Okay, folks, this is it. This is the finale of Chapter 1 of Trails in the Sky. First chapter. Okay, that came out way more confusing than I intended it to be. But look, this is, we're wrapping up the situation here in the Sky Bandit place. The Capua, siblings, I guess? I guess even Dawn is, supposed to be a older brother to the other two, if I understood correctly. They are now making a getaway. We had a really rough boss fight against them. I walked in unprepared, even though I've played this part once before in my life, so I should have known that this, 3-on-4 fight was coming, but boy, did they clean my clocks. So now we just need to, I guess, chase them down to the skyport thingy before they can make a getaway. Excuse me. Ah, darn it, I guess we'll fight some of these. Didn't realize these Goonity Goonies actually still hung out here, but so it goes. I thought of something to point out really quickly after recording the last 2 episodes. I've been referring to the Capua family as having massive Team Rocket energy, is what I've been saying. I still stand by that. I think they've got the kind of quirky bad guys, but you can't really hate them because they're kind of screw-up goofballs. I mean, the fact that they pulled off the whole airliner theft thing is supposed to be kind of out of character for them, as we've been able to tell. And also, the whole he's probably being mind-controlled thing going on with Dawn, that we got there at the end of the boss fight last time. So yeah. I did realize when I recently was listening to a podcast about the episode, not the podcast about nerdery in general. The episode was about Mega Man, and they brought up Mega Man Legends, and I realized that maybe more so than Team Rocket, the Capuas are very much like the Bon family. You might consider Team Rocket, because Team Rocket certainly is close as a family, but, the Bons are an actual family, just like the Capuas, and they're just as big goofball screw-ups, really. And, oh god, which way did we come? Hey! Apparently we missed the chest on our first go. Nice. Bear assault. The chest is empty, because you emptied it. Funny how that works, no? What do you suppose a bear assault is? It's a gun for Olivier. Large caliber hunting gun made by the Verne Corporation. Well, that could have been a little bit of help in that last boss fight, seeing as it increases his strength by 16 points. So I guess I was making life a little unnecessarily difficult when we did that boss fight. So it goes. Oh, what's this? What's this? I'm guessing it's an orbital vacuum. It looks like the newest model, so it's probably stolen. Interesting. Huh? What's this? There's something stuffed inside. A black notebook. A notebook? Yeah, that's what it looks like to me. What's something like this doing inside a vacuum? It's probably something important. Well, let's hold on to it just in case. Yeah, good idea. Well, now I'm feeling very happy that I, got screwed up and tossed around and checked. And in general, that we're doing this, running back through the level thing, so I've missed these couple of rooms which had really good stuff. What is the black notebook? I don't remember this at all. Is it in books? No, we got the Bracer notebook, but that's not... A notebook found inside a vacuum in the Sky Bandit's hideout. Nonsensical rows of numbers are written inside. Freaking, what do the numbers mean? Ugh. Anyway, back to my Bond point. I just want to, because, someone might be like, why would you default on Team Rocket instead of the obvious choice of the Bonds from Mega Man Legends? Oh, I'll talk about it in the fight here. Don't think you're going up any further. Take the hostages and go. So, you're back for more, huh? When will you learn? What are you trying to do? Buy time for your leaders to escape? Heh, they've done a lot for us over the years. Now it's time to return the favor. Here we go again. This finale is kind of rough, because, like, we're a little beat up after the Bond fight. I called them the Bonds, the freaking Capua fight, so having to do, like, these guys again, like it's not done with that boss fight. Well, I appreciate that the atypical turn of events, but, like, yikes. I'm gonna, just in case, do some Helios here, so no nasty surprises happen for us. But yeah, I need to make a admission about. Can I reach that guy? Wow, that's a lot of reach. I didn't realize. Okay, admission about Mega Man Legends. I've never played it, and I don't have strong feelings for it, admittedly, because I don't really know very much about it. I've got very base knowledge. A little embarrassing to admit, since Mega Man Legends is such a cult favorite of so many people. But yeah, I just kind of missed my radar, and I've never found, like, a copy of it, and yeah. So, like, you know, when like, obvious, like, Tron-Bon analog Gisette Capua shows up, like, I just don't really think of Mega Man Legends, because it's not that... Oh, I should have used Flicker. Oh, but I couldn't, I didn't have enough points. Yeah, I just don't really... That game does not hold a lot of, like, space in my old noggin, if and you will. So, sorry guys, I know it's a classic, so I'm sure it's a fantastic game. I'm not gonna grandstand about it against fans of the game. I'm sure it's great, and it's really sad about that whole Mega Man Legends 3 brouhaha, even like 10 years later. I think it's like 10 years since that whole mess happened. Let's see if we can pop off a heal here. Ooh, playing it risky here. I'm gonna use one of my tier bombs, so I'll have money to buy more. So I feel for fans of the series, and, you know, maybe someday I will look into Mega Man Legends, but yeah, not part of my wheelhouse of games, admittedly. Ow. Yeah. It happens. I have large gaps, honestly. I try to, like, learn a bunch about games and stuff, but I have large gaps in my cultural upbringing, even vis-a-vis games. Yeah. I will say, Tron-Bon, really fun character design. She's pretty fun in those Marvel v Capcom games. Although, once again, like, that's, just secondhand knowledge from my part. I haven't played the ones where she shows up. I've only ever played Infinite. And that has nothing to do with this episode, so I won't, like, rehash that all too much. But I believe back when it was really new... Uh-oh. Aw, crap! Looks like we've got company.
Don't think you're gonna walk out of here the same way you came in. All we need to do is buy some time for Don, Kyle, and Gisette to escape. Trying to shield your masters to the bitter end, huh? Though it's a ridiculous thing to do, your spirit is admirable.
And I wonder if beating them into the ground might be a way to honor their sacrifice. Let's take them down. One more of these. Yeah, there were like 6 and 6 fights previously, I think. No, it was 4 and 4, but there were the 4 guys who we fought when we first came here. So yeah, okay, it's stacks of 4. It checks out. Yeah, okay, I don't want to rehash Marvel v Capcom Infinite, because, like, it's solidified its spot in the lore of fighting games as not a good effort, and, like, I'm not a fighting game aficionado, so, like, my word really doesn't carry all that much weight. But yeah, I will say, I enjoyed it, and I still look back fondly on it. the story mode, which was much maligned, most part was pretty good. Gameplay, I enjoyed being kind of a little bit simpler than some, like what I've been playing in Street Fighter V, like even simpler than that. But the thing was that it was simplified because the whole tag team mechanic kind of adds the extra layer of complexity, and I kind of realized playing that game that that's actually not what I don't think I'm into tag fighters. And much like I don't want to, you know, grandstand against Mega Man Legends fans, I don't want to grandstand against fighting game fans. A lot of my fighting game vibes are coming from a place of me not, you know, being very, not being good and not having really put the time to really learn them properly. So I'm like, you don't need to take my word for anything. I mean, you don't need to take my word for anything anyway, but especially because I'm a real neophyte on this area. And I know that, like, a lot of, like Tekken Tag Tournament is really beloved. Those, like, I know Dragon Ball FighterZ is very, very well liked because of the 3 people. I know that one of the knocks against Infinite was, Marvel v. Capcom Infinite, was that there was now only 2 people in a team rather than 3. So I realized that a lot of people in the fighting game community do love tag mechanics. I didn't find it a fun thing to really manage, at least in like a fighting other people competitive scene, which I, you know, tried. Well, not competitive, but, you know, playing against multiplayer, playing against people, you know. I tried for a bit. The story mode, it was like okay, but even there I sometimes struggled to really get it, so to speak. Let's chug a pasta. Just in case. I don't think there's any more fights, because we cleaned up all the bandits. They're like regular bandits. But, well, okay, well, there's these nasty critters. I might bump into an encounter still, unless I play the cards right. No, never mind. It wasn't necessary, but I don't regret, just in case, doing that. Huh? What's this? Ah! Looks like the army was right on time after we did the heavy lifting, huh?
How'd the army find out about this place? That liar! Things weren't supposed to go down like this!
Hey, get your dirty mitts off of me!
Hey! What's going on here?
So those are the ringleaders of the Sky Bandits? I'm surprised there's such a young woman, too.
How about you shut your yap and start taking some good pictures? What are the chances of getting another scoop like this?
How were these guys allowed to come here anyway? This is weird. Letting journalists come on a raid on a freaking bandit base? Well, maybe they wanted the publicity of the army. They've been kind of boondoggling it so far in their investigations, so maybe they needed this. Oh, this guy, huh? So, how about it now? Is this enough to help you write a decent article?
You bet it is. I'm really grateful that you took us along. Oh, and would you mind if we took a picture of you while we're at it?
What do you think, General Morgan?
Do as you like. This plan was successful thanks to your genius. In all honesty, this is truly something to boast about.
No, this was just a result of the accuracy of the Intelligence Division's analysis. And thanks to the cooperation of those of you standing over there.
What?
Oh, General Morgan, some egg on your face. This is some just desserts. I love it. What are you guys... I mean, how the heck... What's going on exactly?
It's you kids again.
Hey, look, it's Estelle and Joshua.
Bracers? Why are you here?
Just for the record, I'll tell you. We infiltrated this place one step ahead of you. Again. And the entire hideout has been subdued. We chased the fleeing Sky Bandit leaders up this way. But I never would have guessed that the Royal Army's patrol ships would be waiting.
Once again, you've overstepped your bounds.
With all due respect, General, it was because of them that our military strike saw this level of success. Therefore, shouldn't we in turn recognize their achievements?
No. Do as you wish. I'll leave the rest up to your discretion. I'll return to the ship and see what information I can get out of these sky bandits.
Very well, General. That old man's as stubborn as ever. He's not a bad person. He just lacks a little flexibility. That aside, where are the other sky bandits and the hostages? The other lackeys should be just lying all over the place unconscious. And as for the hostages, we have them waiting in the same room they were imprisoned in. I see. You have done this nation a great service. Please leave the transportation of the hostages and cargo to us. Let's move, Captain Amalthea. Yes, Colonel.
Hey, wait for me, Colonel! I'd really like to interview you kids, but this time the Colonel is top priority. But if we have another opportunity, I'd appreciate doing one with you too.
See you later, Estelle, Joshua. Oh, and you two other people, I guess you're cool too? Okay, bye.
My. You had your whole shining moment uprooted and stolen just like that.
You got that right. Don't let it bother you, Estelle. The Bracer's role has always been that of the unsung hero, so there's no real reason for us to stand out. Plus, we totally, egged the general there by, beating him to the punch, so, that feels pretty good. Yeah, I guess, now that I think about it, we're not going to be in the papers, apparently, so that feels less good, but, yeah. We don't need publicity. Well, maybe Estelle wants some publicity. Sure. I guess I can't deny that. Drive. That sounds about right, yeah. Dad always made a point of staying in the background, too. Really? I never noticed. That might actually be the cleverest joke they've made in this game. It's so clever I'm not actually laughing at it because I'm just awestruck at how, on point that was. Very good. Bravo. Ah! Where is Dad? Huh. I guess that's the one problem we've still got to figure out. Where is Dad now? What is he doing? And why hasn't he tried to contact us? It looks like there's nothing else left for us to do here. In the meantime, let's get back to boat and report what happened with the incident. We'll try and figure out what to do about your dad after that. Ah, very kind. I was like, are we going to have to walk through Naval Valley to escape this place? Nah, this is one of those moments where the game's like, nope, just jump over to here. I really appreciate all your hard work. It appears that my impression about you was right. I knew that you would come through and bring closure to this incident. Yeah, but the army took off with all the glory. So I don't know if we could exactly say that we solved the case. No, that's not true. If you hadn't been there, I don't know if the army's raid would have been so successful. Backed into a corner as they were, the Sky Bandits may very well have harmed the hostages.
Agreed. Everything worked out because you infiltrated their hideout and took them out ahead of time. You should be proud of what you've done.
You really think so? It's true that the hostages were freed and the Sky Bandits arrested, but it's a bit vexing to know that there are still some unanswered questions left. The men who appeared at the Valeria Lakeshore, and the mystifying attitude of the leader of the Sky Bandits. I think we should consider that there's a lot behind this incident that we don't know about.
Well, I guess we'll have to leave that part up to the Royal Army to figure out. With all the culprits being detained by them, there's really not much left we can do.
Anyway, we should just be glad that all the hostages came back safe. Thanks to the news about the arrest of the Sky Bandits, things are returning to normal here in town. As a token of my thanks, I've added a bit of a bonus to your reward. Really? Are you okay with that? Of course I am. I'd like to thank you too, Olivier.
I just hope that my work was worth the price of that Grand Chardonnay.
Yes, in fact, there was change to spare. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and if anything else comes up, I'd greatly appreciate your help again. Good day.
Ah, fuzzy, warm feelings there. I love it. Job well done. Good job, everybody. Feels good.
Yeah, Estelle. Yeah, exactly. Estelle is the audience right now. Wow. Nice that someone appreciates us. I'm sure that if the incident had gone on any longer, it would have caused much more confusion. It's probably only natural that the mayor is as happy as she is. Now I'm starting to feel all giddy inside. I don't think a bracer could be any more happy than knowing her work helped out a bunch of other people. If you say so. But I think it's safe to say that you're no longer greenhorns. Honestly, the two of you really surprised me this time. You think so?
At any rate, please accept your assessment and pay for clearing up the incident. Oh, come on, let's see.
Alright, receive payment, which is 8,000 Mira. And 10 BP. We hit over 100 BP with that. Now, the moment of truth? That's not enough to rank up. Ah well. Hey, still, satisfaction of a job well done. You can't sneeze at that. Achooey.
Here's the pay the mayor was talking about. It's a very, very nice sum. And this is from me.
A recommendation? Oh yeah, because we need to collect these to become big boy bracers. Isn't this a recommendation from the Bose branch? Is it alright to give this to us so soon?
Of course! It would be downright rude of me not to recommend you after resolving such a big incident. Please accept it.
Thank you, Lugren. We'll work hard so that we don't bring any embarrassment on this recommendation. Great work, you two. I'm sure your father would be extremely pleased if he heard the news. Oh no, you brought up the missing dad. What a mood downer. Sure. You're probably right.
I wonder what on earth Cassius would be doing right now. Not contacting the guild is one thing, but not contacting his family is a completely different matter.
Yeah, it's definitely not like him. After he suddenly disembarked from the airliner in Bose, I wonder where he could have gone. Here he is! I don't think it is, because he's not a young man. But that would be so weird.
Hey everybody, I'm back.
Excuse me, please!
Aren't you that receptionist from the landing port? What's the matter?
You see, we recovered some of the cargo stolen by the Sky Bandits. And among some of the pieces were a number of parcels addressed to the Bracer Guild. So I'm here to deliver one of them today.
I appreciate you doing that. Wait a minute. Why is there something addressed to this branch when their airliner left Bose to begin with?
It's actually addressed to the Roland branch. But aren't Cassius Bright's family members here?
Oh shoot!
So this is an answer to... Maybe. What's going on? This is Dad's letter? Let's see. What? That's us, but... Oh, perfect! We contacted the Roland branch and they said you had come here. Here you are. This is the parcel. Estelle was given both the letter and parcel. This letter? Yep, it's in Dad's handwriting. It's addressed to Joshua and I at the Roland branch. It seems as if he just scribbled it out before he got off the airliner. By the way, amazing grammar there from Estelle, not saying Joshua and me. 10 points! I guess Dad did intend on getting in contact with us after all. Oh! Well, that's good to hear. So that parcel is from your dad too? No, this one looks like it was sent to my dad by someone else. Huh? That's odd. Yeah, the sender hasn't written their name anywhere. Okay, my business here is done, so I'll be on my way. Oh. Oh, and one other thing. Good job in helping arrest those sky bandits. You bracers sure do excellent work.
And to think that a clue about your father would be mixed in with the airliner's cargo. Feel free to use the lounge upstairs to read his letter if you'd like.
Thanks, Lugren.
Well then, let's have a look at the content, shall we?
Olivier's still part of us somehow. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. Freaking Olivier's. This is pretty funny overall. I like him. Do you mind telling me what you're still doing here?
It's just plain and simple curiosity, that's all. Why did your father disembark the airliner prior to its departure? Were I forced to wait around for an answer, the question would stick in my mind so I'd never be able to sleep at night.
And you're telling me this because...
Oh, how heartless and cruel can you be to a companion who has traveled alongside you? And just who is it you have to thank for being able to infiltrate the Sky Bandits' hideout, I wonder?
Alright already. You can be a rather obnoxious fellow, I hope you know. I guess we don't have much of a choice. Yeah, he's sitting in the corner chair like... You know, we can't even make him leave because, like, then Sherazard would have to stand up and make room for him, and that's way too much work, so, like, we're stuck with him. However, depending on the content, we may have to ask you to leave, okay? Yeah, we're gonna put in the effort and have Sherazard stand up. God, good heavens.
Of course, I understand.
Alright, let's see what he has to say. Estelle started by cutting the letter's seal.
Dear Estelle and Joshua, I'm sure you've probably about finished with the jobs I left for you, right? I'm also sure there are many things you'll have trouble with in the beginning, but take each one step at a time. I know you both can succeed. Anyway, it turns out that I've had a little trouble with my own work. And unfortunately, it looks like I won't be able to make it home for quite some time. Please don't expect my return until after the Queen's birthday celebration. I'm really sorry that things turned out like they did, but you should be grown up enough not to be lonely while I'm away. So until I get back, I'll leave it up to the both of you to decide how you want to live. You're free to continue working in Roland, or you're free to pursue qualifying as a senior bracer.
Well, thanks, Dad. That's kind gesture, I guess.
Your 16th year is a vintage time in your life, so make sure not to waste it. Please give my regards to Sherazard and Aina. Cassius Bright.
You didn't sign it, Dad? Okay, that's kind of weird, but whatever. That seems like the type of letter your father would write. It touches lightly on things, but it's full of consideration toward the both of you. Yeah, it looks that way.
The Queen's birthday celebration, is it? From what I've heard, that's still a ways off.
Yep, it's about 2 or 3 months away, which means this would be the perfect time to take a small trip. I really wonder where your father is and what he's up to.
Forget about that and let's focus on what's in the package. With an unknown sender, there's bound to be something interesting inside.
To be honest, I'm pretty curious myself. But we shouldn't be opening things addressed to my dad.
Why don't you think of it this way? It was a package delivered by an unknown sender about the time your father disappeared. The two might be related, you know.
That's true? Olivier, don't coax Estelle into doing something to satisfy your own curiosity. Actually, though, Olivier does have a good point. Instead of leaving it until our dad comes home, it might be worth looking into. Uh-oh. Oh boy, are we gonna find out? Are they gonna do it? The tension's building!